2, 1. What's up, everybody? We are 3 live stream, and today I got with me the man over here, Marcos, and Mr. Sardo Numspa 82, and special guest, Mr. Bobby Skullface.
Hello.
How you doing today?
Very well. Very well. Thanks for having me.
Yes, awesome.
Hello, everybody.
There's nobody here yet.
Oh, everybody will be. There's gonna be like a million people watching in like.
No, there won't be. It's Friday during the middle of the day.
I know, man. And look, I'm drinking fucking coffee, dude. I just woke up. Just woke up and shit. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, it's
Dude,
morning.
your
Eyes,
eyes, I could tell your eyes, man. Look
I
at
know, man. We stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning last night throwing darts. Fucking Marky did a podcast. Fucking I know I already said that, but geez, man. Talk about my homeboy was fucking on the floor right here sleeping. Thought he was gonna throw up. What's up, Larkin?
Yeah. What's up, Larkin?
Yeah, I think it's my fault that they're recording so early. My evenings are always jammed up. My evenings are wrapped. So the only time I usually have is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the afternoon. So
well, Mr. Bobby Skullface,
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah,
Bobby on both on the East Coast. So thank you, Bobby.
Yeah. My pleasure.
I got clothes on for this one.
The gift and the curse.
But Mr. Bobby Skullface, if I can pack, fucking, you are an icon, a legend, and I know you've probably heard it from a billion quadrillion people, but I'm one of those billion quadrillion people that ultimately just love your fucking style, love your fucking work. Been subscribed to you since I started collecting. It was you, MGO316, it got me into this shit, and Ben's Collectibles when I really wanted to fucking learn about a toy and decide if I was going to get it or not. Man, your opinion fucking hit me hard, and I love it, man. Thanks for being out there, and thanks for starting what you did, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm humbled by it. I appreciate it. I appreciate anything that I have. So thank you.
Cool, man. Yes. What's up, Memo? What's up, Jeff Bummett?
Yeah. Yeah. Before Sardo goes, I know you had some things you want to talk about. We got a couple topics and all that, but I definitely want to give that shine too, because I am not down with spending more and getting less. That is one thing I'm fucking against, and I think a lot of things nowadays are like that: automobiles, electronics, collectibles. And when I come to Bobby's channel, I'm going to find out whether or not I'm getting my money's worth. And there's a huge service when it comes to that.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm not good at taking compliments, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, you know what? It is all cool. People tell me "fuck you, Pack" all the time. It's not showing.
No. I do much better with self-deprecation than I do with gratitude. But thank you.
I know, man. Sometimes I'm like that too. People say something, I'm like, so I get it, man. But
it's weird, right? Because I do it all in a vacuum, and so it's appreciated to hear back from people that it is welcomed and also appreciated. So it does mean something to me, and I am grateful. But I'm just not good. I'm not great at receiving compliments. I'm better at just criticizing myself, honestly.
Anybody who's ever watched I'll do hunt videos, mainly for diecast stuff right now, and I'll criticize my own self in there. Yeah. I am my worst critic. You know,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I will call myself. I'm always like, "What the fuck you do, dumbass?" You know, I'm always hard on myself.
Yeah. Hey, but sometimes, Pack, you're too hard on yourself, because you'd be like, "Hey, check out this video. What do you think?" I'm like, "It's perfect. It looks really good." He's like, "Oh fuck, I fucked up." No, you didn't. It's great. You know, like, you're fine, man.
Oh man, like Bobby, we do a show. Me and a gentleman. All these guys here are part of another group called IDW that we created. We love IDW comics. 2005 to 2018 mainly. Yeah. I tried to start reading the new one a couple years ago, and I did not make it very far.
Yeah.
I need to try to get back into it, because sometimes perspective or a new look on something can help. But sure. we do that. Gentleman Sardo will be in there sometimes Marcos, but Briag 45 and Ramrod. And that has been the worst show for me to do, just trying to put out some kind of content that's worth a damn. It's hard doing comics with just one person, let alone 2 other people. But these guys are so smart at these comics that we are digging and fleshing out things that I don't think people normally knew.
Well, that's cool,
right? And it's really good. But Bob, did you finish the IDW series?
I think I tapped out around as soon as Hasbro got involved, I started tapping out. So around the time that Combiner Wars became a part of it is when I started tapping out.
I tapped out when Megatron fucking became an Autobot, and I fucking was.
So that's that's one of my favorite parts. That's one of my favorite parts.
God, it's fine. It's fine,
dude. You know what it is? It's the ancient old comic book trope, right? Like you do the impossible. Like Wolverine has metal claws, right? So what do? You rip the metal out of his body. Superman can't die, right? So what do? You kill him. Like it's just the same old trope, but it's coming up with that creative spin on it, and making Megatron an Autobot. It makes so. I was turned off to it until I read it, and I was like, man, this makes so much fucking sense that this particular Megatron, which is not the Megatron from G1, it's not. Right. In the same way that Thanos from Endgame is not the Thanos from Infinity War. You know what I mean? It's a different Thanos. And this Megatron, it makes sense that he would finally come to the realization of the war ended up superseding the principle. And when he got back to his principles is when he realized kind of the error in his way. I mean, I love that shit, but I like stuff like that, man. I like doing the impossible, I guess.
Thank God for Tarn.
Yeah, it's another great character.
Keep that shit going, man.
But I'll tell you what, and I was the same way with Marcos. I remember around 2012, maybe 2013. I don't remember when it was. When I first hear about that, I was against it hardcore. No, fuck that. Megatron is a Decepticon, And when I read it, I'm like, wait a minute, just like Bobby said. And that's what Marcos, if you get to reading it, you'll see.
No, I stopped. I stopped reading.
Megatron is the man, and nothing stops him. He continues to be the motherfucking man the whole way through.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Yep,
for sure. Like it's without a doubt the most interesting representation of Megatron, and I could go on and on. I
know, right? I know.
But it just lends to what you say about him and what we say about him, because he's our favorite character here. I'm pretty sure Sardo. We've all said that he's our favorite.
That version of Megatron, I have to say, yeah. To me, the G1 Megatron, though I like him, the whole thing of I guess the '80s mentality of villains can't win. It's got kind of old, but it's not his fault. The same thing fit the Mum-Ra and Monstar.
So they're all kind of like mustache twirlers, right? Like they're just
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're bad for the sake of being bad. Which is awesome when you're 5. But when you're not 5, life is far more complicated than that, and rarely do bad people see themselves as bad people. Right. Most like I say it all the time, but we're never the villain in the story. In your own story, when you tell it, you're either the hero or you're the victim, but you're never the villain. But somebody's got to be the villain. So all that means is that you're more than likely the villain in somebody else's story. And that's the more interesting thing to me, rather than just steepling your fingers in a dark mahogany wood-lit room and saying how you're going to take over the world.
That's Mimo 224.
That's funny. Totally the mustache effect. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I mean, I did a video, I think it was sometime, maybe 2 years back. Well, I did a video regarding evil for evil's sake. And a lot of those 80s characters, that's exactly what they are.
I mean,
because be bad because I'm bad.
Because it didn't matter, right? All you needed to do was give them a cool look, create some sort of a cool world, and sell a toy, right? That's the and the fact that it had some things in it that ended up standing the test of time, that other people were able to kind of come on, step on, and make more interesting, hopefully, with their footprint, is a testament to those creators. It's Bob Kane and the dude that really created Batman that doesn't get the credit for it. Forgive me, I forget his name.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Right, but they created Batman, right? But that Batman. So the Batman that we have today doesn't exist without that Batman, right? But the Batman that we have today is not the Batman that they created. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we owe more than like Neil Adams and Frank Miller for our Batman than we do to Bob Kane and that other gentleman. But we wouldn't have the ability for Neil Adams and Frank Miller to touch our Batman had it not been for Bob Kane. You know what I mean? Like it's like that to me.
Well,
Did you guys get into Ninja Batman?
Ninja Batman.
I like the designs.
The designs. I just got that Catwoman coming. BBTS just fucking hit me up with the notification it shipped. I thought that was pretty cool, but only the Catwoman. I don't know anything about the line. She just
from Star Ace, the 1/6.
The 1/6, yeah, 1/6 scale.
I have it.
Oh, she's cool, man.
Yeah, it's that synthetic body. It's cool, but it should make me feel weird.
Come on over, Bobby. I'll show you feel weird.
That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna tell you that I reviewed it. I reviewed that, and then I was counting down the hours till my wife came home. I'm just gonna.
Hey, my wife digs it. She comes in. She loves all my little, like, I got some anime shit, you know, and some other little figures. She's cool.
That was a different experience for me. I was like, come on, you need to get home. Like, you gotta do that. I need to beat something immediately.
Oh man.
Hey Sardo, I just saw your post up on IG with the Voltron. That's I'm gonna say Die Ruger. That's old. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Because I was like, I think I've seen this before, but super fucking cool pics anyway, man.
Oh yeah, I get by the time I get bored and nostalgic, I'll pull something down, dust the shit out of it, and take up pictures. Yeah. yeah.
Well, when you're talking about Batman, the newer Batman stuff is what I like. The older stuff is not my bag, and I know, like for me.
Well, when you say, what do you mean when you say new and old? Just for the
do you like Ben Affleck?
Actually, I'm wrong when I say that. When I say old, 66 is the original stuff. To me, there's like 3 eras. You got the 66,
golden, silver, and modern, right? Like pretty much. Yeah.
Then you got the Michael Keaton through the Val Kilmer stuff, and I know everybody loves Michael Keaton, Batman, but Christian Bale's where it's at for me. I know a lot of people hate on.
No, I like all 3. I like Keaton. I like Bale. I like Affleck. I like all 3.
If I were to rate
them, what's his name? The one you said it first. You said his name. What's his name? The good-looking fucking
Val
dude.
Kilmer.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah. I don't really deal with that Batman too much.
Yeah, sorry.
But I'll still, Val. I'll still take him over Clooney. I'll take him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot Clooney, dude.
That was the worst. That was the worst because he got over his parents' death. It's like as soon as you get over the parents' death, Batman dies. Like you can't have. You know what I mean, like it's like,
you know what? I never thought about that. As you were saying before, do the impossible. What if Bruce Wayne died with parents' death? Batman dies.
Yeah, as soon as Bruce Wayne gets over his parents' death, then he moves to an island and retires with somebody, and I don't know, plays volleyball or picks up pickleball, picks up pickleball as a hobby.
He loses the edge he needs.
I mean, that's a story not told.
Yeah, it's PTSD, right? I mean, Batman. Yeah. Like technically, like it's like he's mentally unwell. Like he's got a mental health issue and he's got an identity issue. But like he is the product of one really bad day. And
he's got money. He got money, man.
But that's got nothing to do with his mindset. Like he's got money for sure, but he's crazy, right? He's insane. Right. He thinks he's Batman. Yeah. You know, so like
Batman. True.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He, that to me is like the reason why he thinks he's Batman is because he can't get over the stress of that bad day. But if he were to get over the stress of that bad day, then he would cease to be Batman and only be Bruce Wayne, and then the dynamic doesn't work. But he could have a happy ending, which I'm not against.
Actually, ex-wife of mine asked this question about Batman. I find very interesting. What if, like I said, what if he got over it, and instead of being Batman, he took his money and actually helped, like every henchman, every night he beats up henchmen, he beats up whoever. Mm-hmm. Well, instead of breaking their arms, collarbones, legs, and buttocks, whatever, I put my money into the community and I create jobs, so you don't have to work for Joker.
Well, no, Sardo. No.
I mean, at that point,
we need some ass whooping. No, man.
No, the problem is that the Joker's not motivated by money, right? See, like that's the thing. Like that's the question is that like like none of the only Bat villain that's really motivated by money is the Penguin. Like he's the only one that's not crazy, right? Like he's just a gangster, but like the rest of them are just nuts. So like the question comes, like kind of like they address in the Bale movie, right? Like you get armor, you get body armor, they get armor piercing rounds, right? So on and so forth. So it's the same thing. You have this fucking lunatic that's completely insane that thinks his name is Batman, and as all of a sudden, then you get these other lunatics that pop up because of that. Like I think honestly that if Batman retires, crime in Gotham goes back to just mafia shit. All the weirdos go away because the weirdos need Batman to make sense of themselves.
Yeah. One needs the other, just like Megatron needs Optimus.
Batman's that call to arms. Come on. Oh God, heroes have become crazy. Well, guess what?
Joker,
criminals, we have to become crazy.
Is Dark Knight Returns, right? Frank Miller's famous Dark Knight Returns. When Batman retired, Joker turned himself in. And he was like in an insane asylum, and he lost his smile. And when Batman came back out of retirement, he started to smile again because like he has purpose again. You know, it's like a very rich dynamic. Those two.
I agree that Batman is insane. You have to be able to go to the level that he needs to go to. Now, when I think of insane, I don't think mental. I don't think he's sitting over in the corner laughing and doing whatever, but he has to go to an insane level in his mind to be able to deal with the violence and the stuff he's got to handle.
I think he's insane mentally, personally. I do, because I think that he doesn't. It's not like Parker, right? Like Parker goes out and he puts on his spider suit and he stops the bank robbery, and then he takes the spider suit off and he picks up eggs for Aunt May because he's Parker. And he knows that he puts on this suit and he has these abilities and and he does the great deed and he comes back, right? But Batman isn't that way. Batman is Batman. He's a fucking loon, and he's never Wayne. He has to it's just like that's your face. The face is the one that Gotham's criminals fear or whatever. But that is true. Like. So there was an episode, I can't remember whether it was Batman Beyond or Justice League Unlimited, where they like went to the future, right? And there was a Batman and then like a fake Batman, like the classic trope, right? And they both start each other.
Unlimited, I believe. Yeah.
And they can't tell which is the real Batman, right? So the old Batman asks them a question, and one of the Batman says, "Bruce, it's me." And Batman immediately said, like the old Batman immediately said, "That's the fake one." And they said, "How do you know?" And he said, "Because I don't call myself that."
Always
he's like the Hulk of
Bruce
himself.
Wayne's disguise. Bruce Wayne's disguise.
He calls himself Batman. You know what I mean? Like he when he thinks of himself in his head, that's his identity. You know, like it's like he's a lot crazier than like he never can turn that shit off.
Yeah. I won't argue that at all. But there's like too many figures. What's up? Too many figures. He was saying Batman isn't insane though. So everybody, it's kind of like how far you delve into Batman to realize that maybe you think he's insane, but for me, I don't think he's insane either. But I can totally see. Yeah, anybody who thinks there's something else.
Insane.
What's that? Not narcissist, but when you have a second personality or a third personality, what do they call that?
Well, it's not even that, right? It's like a it's like they call it, right? It's like because like if we want to get Freudian, right? There's like the id, the super id, and the ego, right? And I don't know which one does what, but one of them's supposed to be responsible for your like safety and well-being, and he has one of those elements that's overdeveloped, that goes to these heightened extremes where most of us normal, kind of balanced-minded people are able to kind of keep these elements in check so that we can function in society. He doesn't. He has this one element that's completely overdeveloped to constantly take care of him and make sure that he and others can never feel the pain that he felt as a child.
Right. That's what Larkin just said. That Larkin just said Bruce snapped as a kid. I got it. Yeah.
Well, I think that. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. I may not quite understand somebody's viewpoint on something, but through the course of respect and just conversation, you can kind of get on the same level.
Absolutely.
Of what somebody says. What do you got there, Marcos?
Well, no, just that stupid Val Kilmer Batman, and I saw this in the mall, and I was like, "That's pretty cool." And I got it home, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Wait a second, that's Val Kilmer's fucking Batmobile," and I like this one over the three other ones, the original Batmobile, and then the Christian Bale Batmobile. I don't know why. It's gay as fuck, dude, but I like it. He got nipples on his chest, man.
I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that.
you like that better than the original?
When I was buying, I looked at 3 toys: the original Batmobile, which I already had, and I was like, cool with that. I'm not gonna go get that one again. But then I saw this one, and then the Christian Bale one. They're all fucking dope, but I wanted to spend $10 on one thing, you know, and so I stupid.
Judgment call.
It's fine. It's whatever.
Let's do we want to hit the brakes or keep it moving or keep it moving?
I'm on a pack wave. You do whatever you want, man. Whoo.
Do we want to? I don't have a lot with the news. I don't really hang in a lot. Do you guys want to do hit the brakes or keep it moving?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. Let me bring up the first thing. It just so happens that a lot of this is in the news right now, and we have Bobby, so he knows exactly what the fuck I'm going to bring up.
Bobby knows everything.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, I'd probably say you probably know everything.
Okay, you see?
No.
It's just Okay.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobby and Sardo, do you guys watch Action Figure Podcast with Zero and the other and T-Man? I'm sure you probably seen it.
I know those guys.
Okay, so exactly. So I was watching them last night for about 15 minutes, and they were talking about all these fans toys. And they, I think Zero had the problem with the paint being a little bit more metallic blue than it should be. It should be a little bit more dull blue, and that was fine. And one of the guys was talking about the spoiler not actually being the feet, but then they figured out that the spoiler does look like it's the feet. I like fans toys for everything fans toys is, and it's fucking beautiful. And I wanted that, and right when I saw it, pre-order sold out. Is this one sold out, Pat?
So hit the brakes or keep it moving.
Hit the brakes real quick. Hit the brakes because it's fucking sick.
So
it's beautiful.
What were you asking me?
If it is on Show Z, is it still pre-order sold out?
I think it's sold out. That's
sold
the problem.
Everywhere, right?
All this stuff is sold out.
And just real quick, I saw Tesla. They're fucking at Fans Toys Tesla for $398. I couldn't believe it. That's who's the fucking microscope motherfucking
That's Tesla.
Something.
That's an aftermarket price though, right? Like that's a secondary market price.
Yeah, but it was on Big Bad Toy Store. They had it, or TF Source. TF Source was selling like a vintage product, but because I don't know if they reissued fucking
Gotcha.
My personal opinion on this one, MMC made a great Mirage, and Transform Element came out with one, but I thought there was something missing with the Transform Element. I don't know what it is, but this one is much better looking right now. I know it's not full production run, but this one looks better to me than Transform Element.
Heavy tune.
And you know what? Mastermind Creations did a wonderful job on their fucking Goo Year. I'd like to see some white walls on them tires.
So, you got a pre-order for this, Bobby?
Yeah, I go through. I go through Nick the Toy Guy, the guy I'm always shouting out for Fans Toy stuff. So yeah, I'm
Nick the Toy Guy. Anybody can get from him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you gotta you just gotta hit like his email is in all my Fans Toys videos. But yeah, I mean, I'm in for all the Fans Toy stuff, like just because I support the brand, even when I'm critical of it and people think that I've lost my mind when because Acoustic Wave I'm not impressed with, but I support them because I want them to be successful, and I'd like to get a dead end at some point, so I try to support them, but like it's just I look at this stuff and I have the same sort of like the shit that comes screaming out loud to me at these pictures is that it probably doesn't have the articulation that they should be stepping up.
Hey, Danny.
Oh, I didn't see Danny was in there. Sorry about that. Damn it, my bad. Yeah, I didn't have time to bring these up in another file. But hold on, let me check this next one out.
Hey, Bobby's Dead End's the last one we're looking for Ministor. Is that correct?
Correct.
You didn't get Bobby started on these combiners.
But real quick, can I ask you, because I haven't seen anybody say how is Ministor going to combine and how is Superion going to combine?
No one knows.
I mean, they don't it's going to be a skeleton. It's going to be a skeleton that they attach to, like they
like Zeta.
Yeah, they say that the Fans Toys is going to be like a second trailer that you can attach perhaps to the first trailer of Motormaster if you wanted to transform. I personally don't think they should have it transform at all. They should just concentrate on making it sturdy and stable. They obviously already have issues getting it to be sturdy and stable, which is why we haven't seen it come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they should not concern themselves at all with the transformation. I don't think that any Fans Toys buyer cares whether or not it transforms into a secondary trailer. Me personally, I think they'd be perfectly happy with it just becoming a skeleton and just latching your shit onto it as you see fit.
Okay.
Kind of like DX9, but Mons transformation.
Yeah. I mean, I say it all the time, but if you would have gone back in time and told me, look, there's going to be 3 masterpiece scale Minosaurs, one from X Transbots, one from Fans Toys, and one from DX9. One's going to be great. One won't be able to stand properly, and the other one won't be able to figure out how to get it to come out. I would have never guessed that DX9 would have been the winner.
Right.
So for you,
But here we are.
For you, Minosaur DX9 is the winner. Is what you're saying?
Currently, because there's only one other option, and it's
right.
It's not.
Fans Toys hasn't come out yet. Yeah.
And Fans Toys can't figure it out. But I'm hoping that they've spent this last year and a half working it out, which I would guess they would. Like I'm a Fans Toys fan, obviously. Like I would guess that they've been working on it. But if they could have figured it out, we would have seen it by now.
Yeah, I mean they have to be having problems with the weight. I mean, they put just like the tapes they just came out with. They just like
the hip joints are already dead. Like,
hey Bobby, Pack's a fucking Fans Toys hater. I'm the Fans Toys lover over here. Pack hates them. He hates.
That's hilarious, Bobby.
Fans Toys.
I knew he'd bring that up. I only fuck with Fans Toys to fuck with him. I have my two favorite characters. Okay, one you don't like. It's Winged Dragon. The second one is Fans Toys Movie Color Galvatron. I only do that with Fans Toys to fuck with Marcos.
So I love Fans Toys, but I can still be consistent and say, like, I love my kids, all 3 of them, love them equally, but I'm definitely going to tell them when they're fucking up.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow people have confused criticism with lack of love, when a lot of times criticism comes from a place of love. I want my kids to be better, so I criticize their bullshit. I want Fans Toys to be better, so I criticize their bullshit. Right? When you have a figure consistently coming out with single hinged elbows, single hinged knees, like I'm going to say, look, we have an articulation issue. When you look at your competitors in your field, you are in last place in this specific arena. It doesn't mean that I don't love Fans Toys. It doesn't mean that they're not my favorite company. They are. It just means that I'm criticizing them because I love them. I want them to be better. I want them to succeed.
I think a lot of people do that with anything they like. It doesn't matter what's automotive manufacturer or toy company. They will make excuses and what's the word I'm looking for? Justify things.
Yeah, it's like how to train your wife, right?
Yeah. So even though they may take certain criticism, they are the top-notch company. Their Takara's in the dust now, whereas they were several years ago.
Train set, dude, is so laughable. It's
Takara train set.
So they were a lot of people like that train set, and I stayed away from it because like Kato
train set looks good. The train looks good. The trains look good. The real world, but no one gives a shit. Everyone wants that combiner to be,
and the combiner looks awful.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for saying
Bobby
that.
just killed everybody's dreams. Everybody's dreams.
And guess what? We did a quick little like extrapolation of numbers on it. It's going to be slightly bigger than your Combiner Wars Superion.
Yeah, that doesn't fly. Nah.
Oh wow.
So I've watched your reviews on Blue Guy and Green Guy. The Moon Studio stuff.
Yep, the blue one and the green one.
Yep, probably calls them the blue guy, the green guy. They I love Bruticus is my favorite combiner. Zeta nailed the Bruticus for me. I love that. I love the Superion. That Moon Studio, I mean, it looks dead on like Zeta. Now I know Barry's already assuming it's Zeta. They just
it's Zeta's designs for sure. Like that's not disputable. It's Zeta's designs. Whether or not it's Zeta under a name change or Zeta sold the designs is where the question lies.
Gotcha. Oh, he's gone right now. I'm gonna bring up something else. Let's see, share. Usually I have these in a file, so it's not fucking janky like it is today. But MMC, this one, I swear, I think I've been waiting 2 years since they announced this one. Hit the brakes or keep it moving.
What is it?
It's their Death Source.
Oh, I'll just say real quick that it's named Dez, and it's named after my buddy Decepticon, who has done some work for them. So shout out to my guy Decepticon.
What's his name?
Decepticon.
That's awesome.
And then the figure's name is Dez. And that's my guy.
That's awesome. I'm gonna say hit the brakes because I like this. What do you guys think?
Well, for me, MMC basically is my equivalent of a fan toy for me. For the designs I like, the IDW design.
So start over. Hit the brakes.
Now that looks like a little Starscream-esque. What's going on with this?
This is Death Saris. He is of the Japanese continuity.
Death Source. I would say Death Source, correct? Like I think
it's Death Saris.
Okay.
I say Death Source too. I don't know.
Okay, I used to say Death Source all the time, but I think there are people saying Death Saris, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, Pack, you're wrong, bro.
Fuck
yeah,
people.
I probably am. Look at that. I think it's great looking. I've been waiting. I think they announced it 2 years ago.
Yeah, I had the Plan X version, which is phenomenal. It's got die cast. I mean, it feels good, painted well. Cool. I think what's going to happen is, what's going to happen is, see, MMC doesn't really do that, so it's mostly plastic. What I'm going to do, I'm going to transform the Plan X version into Dragon mode and fucking leave it, and that's going to be robot. And that's going to be how it's going to be.
Yeah, cool. I think they're different scales. Like I think this one, and they're also like this one's going for the IDW.
More closer to it.
Yeah, so like that, I think there's a place in your collection for both. Easily, if you're
MMC has two versions of this. They have the G1 and then they have the IDW version.
Death Source is a chicken.
Yeah, basically he's a large
it's kind of a chicken dragon monster.
He's Talladega with the fighting chicken in the claws. Yeah.
Shout out Kentucky Fried.
But
that's cool. I don't mind that. You know what I don't like too much is the really light blue and pinks and colors. They're fine. Like when I don't know, Mastermind Creations does really good. Like say with their with Tarn and fucking the DJD and shit. Moores has what's Moore's name? It's Mastermind Creations Moore's, but what's his name in IDW?
Either Helix or Tesora.
Yeah, Helix. The pink on him looks really good because they have a lot of dark purples and then they put the gold in it.
Helix,
but the last one you just showed, Pack Death Source has a little bit too much like baby blue and pinks and golds. He kind of looks like a, I don't know, Danny Dolphin likes what's his name? The two.
Well, the pink. I'm looking at them now. They put that pink in there to try to replicate that energy effect they have in the comics.
The energy, yeah, right. It looks good.
What they should have did was they should have had it pink, but maybe with little specks of white here, purposely here and there throughout it to give it kind of like energy flowing effect. But it's hard to do. It's hard to do.
That's good. I like it. So Death Source is a no for me.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
What was the price point on that? Like $350?
No, probably like 150, 170.
I can't.
Oh shit! Okay.
Probably.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
I think it's like I thought it was like 200. I thought they raised the price. I thought it was like 139 when they first announced it a couple years ago.
I'm gonna say 150, man, because I can't see being.
I don't know. I don't know what it is with 350. It doesn't sound right.
They don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like everything's 350 nowadays.
Really?
Like South Park.
About 350.
350. But
That's funny. In your last Nerd Rage Radio, you guys had made a South Park reference. We talk about South Park all the time.
Oh yeah, that show's smart, man. I like that show.
That show, I say that those guys, there's a lot of true stuff in there. They just disguise underneath a lot of other shit.
I think that they're the most consistent voice of reason in this country for the past 20 years.
Oh, more than Family Guy?
Yeah. I like Family Guy, but Family Guy is not operating on the same wavelength. Like Family Guy is dumb, and I like it
Yeah.
because I like some dumb shit here and there too.
Right.
But it's not like when you talk about shows like South Park or Boondocks or Simpsons, even when there's like fuck, man, if you tear behind what's on the surface, they're actually making a pretty like profound point. That's a different ball game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious how they make it, and before you know it, if you don't pay attention, like you just got schooled on some freaking social events going on.
Yeah, but remember,
I like how I know you don't do religion and politics, but I like how politically they're not left or right. They're on the side of what makes sense to them, and sometimes it's one way, sometimes it leans the other way. But it's like it's just their point of view, which I love.
Wait, who said we don't do religion and politics? That's what this show's all about. All about religion and politics, man, and how much money you
Where's
make.
your mic? Where's your mic? Shutting you down, bro.
But yeah.
Sardo, did you have something to open or some things you wanted to ask him? Did you have anything you wanted to open?
I didn't have anything to open because Mailman hasn't run yet. But
Okay.
I would say I would ask Bobby a question.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
My biggest question is like how do you've been around for a while, and I actually been watching you since I think your first review was Generation Skids.
It was indeed.
Yeah.
Was it 2014? I'm going off memory.
2014. Yeah.
It's the way right. I think it came out right before Cabana Wars, and it was Cabana Wars that devastated that got me back into the Transformer game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because before that, I didn't know what the fuck third party was. I was just I was out here, man. I was out here lost. My question is, like, how do you stay motivated to keep producing videos?
Dude, it's idle hands. Idle hands do the devil's work, man. And like, if I don't stay busy, like I had to stay busy to keep myself out of trouble. So like, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing something else. And I just like I've been able to really like if you look at numbers and shit, like I'm nowhere like near like the upper echelon of this game, but like just a little bit of like feedback and how I've gotten to see something that you put energy, time, effort into kind of grow. It's like it's rewarding in and of itself. So like it's like it's rewarding. That's how I stay motivated, is because it is rewarding. And sometimes it gets hard because sometimes you feel like, man, fuck this shit. Nobody appreciates it. Nobody does, but then you get to meet people and they tell you, nice things that you don't normally get to hear because you're used to comments of people telling you about an ankle rocker you missed or whatever. Like, like that. You know what I mean? Like it helps keep the battery charged. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I don't do a lot of commenting, because I don't do a lot of commenting on your videos because you don't comment back, and there's no shade in that. I completely understand why you
I don't have the time.
Back. Yep, exactly. Sometimes I'm in there and I'll read some. I'm like, oh, God damn you, motherfuckers! Just relax a little bit,
Yeah.
Well, chill.
So the thing is, I try to keep it like in perspective, and I've said this before, but like I think I do get more like I like. For it's physics, right? Like for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And I have strong opinions on things. So because I have strong opinions on things, I get strong opinions back. Now, sometimes they're positive and sometimes they're negative. But I think while I might get the most shit back, like in terms of like Transformer reviewers, I probably also get the most love. And that's in spite of numbers. You know what I mean? Like I like the people that have like stood up for, like stood behind me, like like supported whatever, like it's vastly different. You know what I mean? It's vastly different from people whose numbers are shadow mine. You know what I mean? Like Mordor, like you know what I mean? Like but so you got to take the good with the bad. I think I get the most hate, but I think I also get the most love. So I'll take it for the love. It's worth it for me.
What's up?
Shout out to Mr. Robert Detoff. Are you still hanging out with him?
No, that's my guy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's my guy. This is me.
Before you guys logged on, Sarda was telling me he bought a Detoff, and I cannot I can't see or hear Detoff without hearing
Robert Detoff.
Robert Detoff. Yeah.
That's that. I mean, dude, and Robert Detoff, and he's another one, right? Like he gets a ton of shit in the comments for his views and stuff, and they call him an elitist and everything else. That dude is the most generous dude I've ever met in my life. And I'll leave it at that. Like, you'd have to know, like, the people cut off their nose to spite their face, man. They should be dying to meet a guy like that. They would be honored to breathe the air he farted in, and I mean that.
Right.
I mean that. I mean that because that dude is one of a kind. Like, dude. I mean, he doesn't miss my kids' birthdays, Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, he's a different type of dude. Like,
That's cool.
You know, if people are like, man, like people have a soup because he's like a troll kind of. He's like kind of funny and cracks jokes or whatever, and people take offense to it and then paint him to be some kind of villain. But he is the most genuine, generous, kind, like giving person that you know.
We would marry
that same motherfucker, dude, that would talk shit about him in a comment would like doesn't deserve to drink the water he washes in.
Yeah, exactly. We would marry him.
That
Shout out, Robert.
well, that's the way I feel. I'm blessed to be able to do things with Marcos and Sardo. When I was obviously, I found Bobby. I found you, I think, right. I don't ever look things up. I try to keep my mind fresh. That's why I thought it was 2014. So
Yeah,
I found you then, and then I found these two guys like two and a half years ago. And I love their personality, and every day it just blows my mind that I'm able to do these things with them and do things with you now as well, sir. I mean, it's a small world, and time is important. It's the most important thing we got, and we can't fucking replace it. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I mean it's you know, like I've attracted and been able to have the pleasure to meet a lot of really, really, really top shelf people, you know, and Robert is one of them. Jisk, you know what I mean? The same. Like I just talked to Jisk this morning. Like it's so funny, man. But like, you know, I got on the phone with Jisk. I took my 3-mile walk. I got on the phone with Jisk when I started my walk, and all I wanted to do was talk to him about how much I kind of think Spider-Man No Way Home is average, because I know he thinks the same thing, and it's hard to find somebody that does. So I just wanted to share a moment with him. And then within 5 minutes of walking, I'm like talking to him, and he's being my therapist. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's you know what I mean? I've met some really great people through this.
So on a side note, now the Spider-Man, the last one that just came out, I went and saw it, and I felt the same way. It did nothing for me, and there's a lot of people, they're like, it's the best Spider-Man on the planet. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. It's not.
So I think so. I don't want to shit on it because I don't think it's terrible.
It's not shitting on it, but yeah, it's not the best.
No, for me. When I say what I'm getting ready to say, I don't want to make it sound like I'm just framing what I'm getting ready to say.
Gotcha.
But like, I think it's like porn. When you're watching it, it makes you feel good.
Afterward,
you're having a good reaction to it. You know, you're having a moment, and then when it's over,
exactly.
I'm kind of left to just think about how kind of empty it was. Like that.
Yeah, what did I just do? Like, what did I just do?
I knew that's where you were heading. When you watch it, you're good, but afterward, it's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. So, and not that I think it's bad, because I don't think it's bad. I just think it's fine. I think it's a fine movie. I think it's a fine movie about Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And I you know, I'll watch it again. I'm happy to have seen it in the theaters. Like I enjoyed the theater experience, like all that shit. Like I'm not like, you know, it's hard to talk about anything these days without somebody trying to make it seem like you either love it or hate it. But I just thought it was pretty good. You know, like I just don't think it's amazing, and I don't think it's awful. I just think it's like, you know, it was worth my time.
Well, I think
basically it's kind of like when they brought Andrew Garfield in, talking about, you're not terrible, you're amazing. Like, thanks for building me up.
Yeah.
So overall, it was good. You know, it didn't blow you away.
No, not at all. And when I left it, I was just like, you know. So anyway, not even about it. But I called Jisk for that, and then 5 minutes later, I'm talking to him about my problems, and he's trying to offer something. You know what I mean? It's like
there's a lot of good dudes
good
like
people,
that out there.
Good people.
Yeah, where you can and like shout out to Big Stan Harris, Gustin Galvatron, those guys. Man, you can have conversations with them. Marco, Sardo. I can have conversations with these guys about anything. That's what makes them my friends. It has nothing to do with the fucking toys. The toys are somewhere out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like when I'm together with my friends, we rarely, you know what I mean? Or talk on the phone with them. We rarely talk about toys. You know, it's mostly about other stuff. But unless Robert's telling me about what I'm going to break, you know what I mean?
Me and Sardo talk about Baroness, and Anime Hulk and big titties, man.
Every day, all day.
Shout out Sardo.
No shame. No shame.
No shame.
Oh, now, speaking of breaking things, I've only broken one thing in a review. Although I don't think I broke it so much; it was just built badly.
Amateur.
Yeah, basically built badly. But now,
I don't feel unless you break 5.
Oh, I ain't got that bad yet. I'll get there now. I remember watching a review of. He said before about getting comments, people just being dicks for a reason.
Yeah.
I remember you did a review for. Oh God, what was it? The Macross jet. I'm a fan of those.
Oh, like it was a Bondi. It was like a Bondi thing.
Yeah. I watched a review for it about like maybe a year, 2 years ago, and it's before I bought it, and I did my own review on it and whatnot, and I was like,
I didn't break that, did I?
Oh no, you didn't break it.
Oh, okay.
I read the comments. People are talking about, Bobby don't know what he's doing. Look at him hammer fisting that thing. And when I got it out of the box, I was like, it's not that delicate. I mean, it's not really. But I see how now how you're manipulating things. The reason why you were doing it, because that shit, though it feels good, it ain't exactly I don't know, masterpiece transformerish.
Well, like the thing is like for me, like I'm not a dainty dude.
Yeah.
You know, and like the dudes that I know are not dainty dudes.
Right.
You know, with very few exceptions. And like, so like when I do this, like I try to be cautious. I'm not trying to be careless. I'm not trying to be callous.
Right.
But I am trying to like here, right? This is the perfect example. When people see me putting the big hand on it, then they know it'll hold up.
Now that's true. Yeah.
Like if I put the big hand on it and I'm like all of it, and I'm you know what I mean? Then people know, well, fuck, look at the way that he's doing. Like this thing is gonna hold up just fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a gift and a curse. Like dude, I'm not a tweezer dude. I'm not good at fixing things. I'm good at breaking things. Like it's you know, like I don't know. What do you want from me? I'm a regular, you know, not you, but like people. Like I'm just a regular guy. I'm not like I don't wear you know, gloves when I review shit. I don't have tweezers nearby. I don't like have a magnifying glass. Like I'm just a regular guy, and I'm trying to represent the experience of a regular guy handling one of these things.
Except for your spudger. You got a spudger.
Yeah.
What's up, Ninja Bill?
Yeah, man.
Even that was from the only reason why I have those is because, you know, Chris from Nerd Rage Radio is like one of my best friends, and he was doing the rock box, and the rock box all came with free spudgers, and he had a whole bunch left over.
Hell yeah.
He just dropped off. He was like, here, man, there's like 20 or 30 of these things that, you know what I mean? And like, so like, that's why I have, and I think I only have like 2 left because I've lost or broke all the others.
Yeah. The spudger for anybody with big digits cannot get into certain places to lift that little tab. 100%.
Yeah.
Man, I got big ones. So I mean, I understand. Back to the thing that I actually broke was MMC. And you know, MMC stuff is built Tonka's fucking tough.
Yeah.
Their onslaught. You know how you can separate the in between to pull the trailer
it's been
out.
a while, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. I'm trying to match the little button to get it out, and on video, it literally just came. It literally snapped in two. I was like, well, shit, that was supposed to happen.
I break something on Monday.
Yeah.
I was gonna make reference to that. I listened to your podcast and I know what you broke, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, a break is coming Monday.
Oh, but
I mean, I feel awful about it, but
I was surprised, and not any shade or nothing, but I had heard everybody talking about it was a major bitch to transform that particular item, and you're like, hey man, I felt like I nailed it, and I'm like, man, that's a good feeling, because some of these motherfuckers, like, they're beyond a puzzle now. I mean, So
I was 3 steps away from getting it back safely in the box to mail back to this person, and I broke it.
Can I ask you a question? Here's one of those universal from the universe. Have you ever watched an MGO 316 video to transform something? That's a good question. Yeah.
I don't. I'll say it's possible. I've definitely heard his voice before. I know who MGO is. Obviously, he's if I get stuck on something, he's not my go-to, and that's no shade to him.
I think it's Joe.
Who's your
go-to?
For if I get stuck on something,
Yeah.
Pake or TM reviews.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought maybe you would
Cool.
consult Joe, because I thought I heard you talking one day that isn't Joe the name of the guy you do the podcast with, him and Chris?
Yeah. Joe KW, Uncle Dolphin.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
he helped you with a lot of transformations. I thought maybe it was.
He has helped in the past. But you know, Joe's a busy guy too. Like Joe, you know, like Joe's got a whole operation going on Twitch, like the terrible heme, all that. Like they've got a whole operation going. So I don't try to take too much out of Joe's day, but now if I get stuck, which honestly is kind of rare these days, just because I'm doing it so often.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like, you know, I know both those guys for one. Like I know them both personally, Pake
Right.
and TM, and so like. It seems familiar to me. Do you know what I mean? Like when they're talking, like I know their voice, I know their tone, I know how they act. Like I know know them. You know, so those are who I go to. Yeah.
TM he has skyrocketed in the last couple of years. That guy cuts some serious vids.
I give him love whenever the guys that I think are genuine. And that's not to say that the ones I don't mention aren't genuine, but the guys that I meet that I know are genuine, I always try to give and I like both those guys a lot.
That's cool. Right on.
Before
up,
I used to go to T2RX6, I don't think he does too many videos anymore, but he was a good one. He was like super detailed about his transformations. He was one of my favorites, but I don't think he does them too tough anymore.
You know, you and Emgo are the only two reviewers that say transparent plastic.
I don't say that.
Transparent?
Who says Emgo says transparent? There's translucent, transparent. What do you say for something that's see-through, Bobby?
Translucent or transparent.
Okay. I want to say.
I definitely don't say transparent.
Okay, good.
I never heard that. Transparent.
I don't
Good,
say
good.
that. I don't say that.
First time I heard that, I was like, "It's not transparent. It's not."
Now
It's just
transparent. Now transparent. I never heard.
I got bad ears. It must have
I
been.
usually say translucent. But yeah.
Well,
I mean, I have my own things and my own idiosyncrasies. You know, music that I say, but that's not one of them.
No.
if we're talking about people, like everybody in these squares right here, they have their own personality. When you jump into his reviews, he's got his own style. And you jump into Sardo's, he's got his own style. And go down to Bobby. That's what makes the people enjoyable for me to watch. No copycats, no copying people's shit. You know what I mean? No freaking chameleons.
So that's why I rarely watch other reviews, honestly, is because like I don't want anything, you know, like if I watch, like let's take Pake, right, who I like, right, but if I watch Pake and he feels weird about this one part, and then I do it, and now I feel weird about this one part. Do I feel weird about it because I feel weird about it? Or do I feel weird about it because he just drew my attention to it, and now I'm feeling, you know what I mean? So
right.
I really want, because like I don't give a fuck about messing up a transformation. I don't give a shit. Like my life goes on, but what I do care about is I do care that my opinion stays purely mine. That's what I care about. Because if you're coming to my channel for anything other than my opinion, I think there's a better option out there. Like I think that what I offer on my channel is a strong opinion. And if you were coming for the transformation, God bless you, because that's not my strength. If you're, you know what I mean? Like I'm here to tell you what I think of this and why.
Yeah,
that's it.
I 100% agree with you, because I definitely go to MGO for transformation and I go to you for opinion. Back like 3-4 years ago when I started everything, and I was thinking last night, like, what could I talk about? What could I think about to say? And that was going to be one of the things, was like when you did the opinion for Toy World Constructor and Gravity and Gravity Builder.
Yeah, I did when I had them on the table.
Yeah, and they were both side by side.
That was I started Sit Down Saturday.
Okay, and Sit Down Saturday is another really, really good one.
Yeah.
So anyway, I used you for your opinion, and a really good opinion. The only thing that we had a different opinion on was TFC's make of their Hound, and Hound is the one that has the shovel that plugs in on the side.
Bobby drove the car over.
Yeah, he fucking. I think he hit it with a shovel. You hit it with a shovel.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I only transformed him one time, and that's all I needed him to transform, was just into the Jeep, because I wanted a Jeep, right? And it was really, really cool. But I love the fact that you hated that motherfucker, man. You wanted to destroy it, but I liked it for the look. That's it.
Yeah. So my thoughts on that is you know, there was a lot leading up to that, right? Like that was Robert's hound that he sent to Brave, who doesn't even do reviews anymore. And then Brave sent it to me, and it became like a thing. So like when it got to me and it did break, like it was a, you know what I mean? It was a free for all.
It was awesome.
At that point, it lived his life. It was meant to die.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Last stop.
And Brave quit halfway through. Like he did his review, and during the transformation, he got to a certain point. He's like, "I'm not going any further because I'm going to break it."
What's up, Jeezy Creasy? What's up, Earthman Brick, Ninja Bill?
Yeah, if a lot of times I don't have time to incorporate the chat, I'll throw you up on the screen to give you some love. But that segues perfect into something I wanted to talk about. I don't watch trailers. I don't watch people talk about something. If there's something I'm interested in, I stay away from everything for exactly what Bobby says. You may have a strong mind, but it doesn't matter. Something can come in and it can persuade you.
Subliminal.
Especially a trailer. They're trying to veer you a certain way, and sometimes it's completely wrong. I watch fucking nothing when it comes to anything I'm interested in until it drops or till I can get to it. So, because I don't like being persuaded. I like my own opinion of things. I feel like it's a true response that way. And just there's too much media out there with everything. There's like 7-12 trailers for every movie now.
I don't mind watching trailers, but like I would never watch somebody's review or some like 13 and a half things you missed. Like I would never watch any of that until after I saw the movie if I was interested.
Well,
what's up, Magnus Prime?
Oh, hey, what's up, Magnus Prime? I feel maybe it kind of be important here. Like we have a couple things we'll talk about. I'm gonna have to keep it moving. But a little backstory, because Bobby really doesn't know a lot of us. I've been collecting since the late 90s. I collect Transformers, Mask, G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe, Star Wars, made Black Series now. So I went through a phase where my kid was growing up like through the Armada Energon phase. So we had a lot of that in the house. And I like it for nostalgic reasons. We had a fire in 2016 that wiped everything out.
Oh,
I kind of stopped. I'm just saying this because it's a story regarding Bobby. So once you lose like 17 years worth of shit, it's like, where do you start? So I didn't do anything for a year and a half, 2 years. And I said, okay, when you have a love for something, it will come back out again. And I'm like, okay, I want to collect. So I told myself this time, because I was in a third party. 2008 was Fans Project. A lot of people don't know Fans Toys had that trailer back in the day. That was their first piece. Mm-hmm. And you had MMC with like their Hearts of Steel. I remember this stuff was early on. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing Bobby right at the end. I think it was with Law of the Generation stuff. But third party was going to a different phase in the early 2010s to mid 2010s. It was going through a big change. And when I came back, it went through a massive change. So I was out from 2016 to 2018.
Yeah, unfortunately you missed like the glory days.
Yes. So when I told myself when I came back, like I'm gonna support Hasbro. I'm gonna buy their stuff because I was getting Unique Toys Mania King, Apollyon, whoever was doing them Headmasters. It was a Skull Cruncher. I don't remember the company. Fuck.
Toy World and Fans Project did it.
Thank you. Toy World. So I was getting into that hard and heavy. And when I came back, I'm like, look, I'm going to try to just do Hasbro. So if I'm interested in anything, no matter what, it's electronics, cars, collectibles, anything. If it's new or I don't have any experience with it, I go find information out about it. Doesn't mean I take what you say, anybody says is Bible. I'm going to take a collective thought and I'm going to make my decision from it before I spend a lot of fucking money on it. And I tried my damnedest going on Hasbro. And what I found out this next time was that third party just went off the fucking off the chain. And I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm in on third party and I remember that's when I really came in on your stuff a lot. That's when I was like, this guy is saying what I'm needing. But I tried real hard to just go Hasbro the next time around.
Yeah, I mean, and luckily, I mean, we've seen Hasbro improve over the most recent years. And I buy because people only, associate me really with Transformers. But I mean, I buy a ton of Hasbro shit. I just don't buy Hasbro Transformers. I buy
Oh.
G.I. Joe Classified. I buy Marvel Legends. I buy Black Series. I buy Vintage Collection. I buy a ton of Hasbro. I just don't buy their Transformers.
Yeah, I actually I did misspoke. You are correct. It's Hasbro Transformers. Yes.
No,
'Cause
I'm not saying. I don't think you
No,
misspoke at all. I think that you were 100% on, but I just as like as like a general statement about Hasbro, you know, like a lot of people out there, I think don't think or think that I hate that company, but I'm actually like I buy a lot of Hasbro shit.
when you do something for a really long time, it's hard to impress. It's hard to impress me now. It really is. You're going to have to make a serious effort. I'm just not going to be impressed with a lot of stuff on the shelf. But yeah, no, I misspoke because I was talking about Hasbro Transformers because I buy Black Series.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I buy Classified.
Yeah, same.
And I don't ever do Patreon, but damn it, I was looking at your Patreon the other day and I'm like, so I was looking at your stuff and I was like, damn it.
Ew.
All the stuff I'm interested in is in the $10 fucking bracket. I'm like, fuck.
Is it really?
The stuff that's in there is fucking interesting because
But
I
the $10 stuff is not the toy stuff.
I know. I'm more about people and personality.
Yeah, no, I mean that $10 stuff. I mean, like, dude, so I post on Patreon every day. Every day something goes. Sometimes twice a day. Sometimes you'll get a review. Sometimes you get 2 reviews. Sometimes like I put a lot of work. But I have like the people that are over there are fucking like. I mean, we have Zoom meetings and shit. Like it's a good time over there.
I'm more interested in people and personality more than I am toys. But I didn't know if you and Marcos would like to tell him a little bit about your background because.
As far as what collecting?
Yeah, collecting. I didn't know if you were.
I
mean, I'm talking about Marcos and Sardo because you really don't know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, shoot, I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, back just real quick background. I fucking started doing this just because my kids grew up and I needed something to do, and we already did like dirt bikes and boats and fucking blah blah blah, camping and RVs and shit. And then once they got to a certain age where they were gone, my son went to college and shit, and my daughter was just off with her friends. I was like, fuck, well, I'm gonna start looking at toys and then just looking at fucking YouTube for whatever reason. I was looking at you and Emgo, Ben's Collectibles, and Bots and Shots, fucking Mike Cass and Zach. And man, I fucking started watching and then fucking learning and then wanting to get shit. And then I started buying shit and I was like, well, shit, this is cool, fun. And then I wanted to meet people and do reviews and shit. So I started my reviews just trying to get like certain friends. And then once I met Pat, the motherfucker called me and said, yo, you want to meet everybody? I was like, yes, sir. And he fucking introduced me to hell of motherfuckers, man. Pac knows everybody in the community, everybody. So it was really, really cool to fucking get joined with this guy.
Very cool.
I will have to say this about this guy over here. When you talk about Jisk, Marcos has amazing family. His family is my family. He makes me feel like his family is my family. Just fucking great people. Sardo always tells me you can call me and I can call him for anything. Like this is family.
I prefer the text. I really call him. I'm an old school talking person, man.
Hell yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, like I send him a text. He's like, man, just call me. I'm like, oh, most people just want text. I like to fucking call. I like to fucking talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mine's right tool for the right job. As circumstances dictate my actions. Like sometimes it's easier for a call. Sometimes it's easier for a text. It depends.
But I don't know, sorry, if you want to kind of give him your background on your.
Mine's not nearly interesting. Well, maybe I don't know. My whole thing was I've been collecting since I was a kid, and I just kind of just grew out of it. Fast forward to like 2010, I'm in a bad marriage, and I just to keep from cheating and doing anything bad, I got the toys. Thank you, Bobby, because that Generation Skid review. Because I started reading IEW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it kind of got me back into it.
Skullface reviews prevent infidelity.
I mean, basically, for me personally, because idle hands need something to grab on.
Yeah.
And
that's
ultimately, it came down to do you want to be married? Do you want to play with toys? Fucking man, play with toys. So I'm happier now.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, that's good that you're happy, not that
I'm happy.
You're married.
Yeah. Well, man, but it is what it is, and I just kind of my current girlfriend. She supports everything I do, And one day I was watching a review. I don't know if it was yours or not, but I always like guys to do reviews, and it's just kind of like either shit got the pot. You know what I mean? So
right.
I started for better or worse. I made my own channel, and here I am.
That's cool.
Met a lot of cool people.
Yeah,
and honestly,
the
the people is what kept me into it.
There's some fucking bozos out there too, but there's some good ones.
There are. But the people will keep me doing it because, as far as views go, they ain't the best views in the world. Because I review some really weird shit at times.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as you're true to yourself, man, and you're enjoying it, like the numbers will come. Like, I don't know. I never concern myself with that shit. Like Robert's the one that's always telling me update of my numbers. Like, you know, I know, like it doesn't.
I feel like if you got a lot of personality and you just do the things that are you, people will ride with you. That'll happen, man. Because like Sardo, you got great personality, man. You review a lot of different stuff. It's hard to get.
Sorry,
it's hard to get into the YouTube brain. Like with what Bobby was saying a little bit ago. Idle hands are the devil's playground, I think, is what you're leading to.
They do the devil's work.
Devil's work. It's been a rough week for me, and I just continually keep doing things to keep myself busy.
Yeah, but at the same time, some things you have to confront. You know, like I wouldn't put your business out there, but
correct.
But if you know, for some people that fall upon some trials and tribulations, like dealing with those things is a part of it, right? Like it can't be a distraction. It's good to have them there as a crutch and as like to shore you up, you know, to keep you strong. But you know, some things you do gotta tackle at some point, or it's gonna eat you up from the inside out.
Right.
What's up, Dreadpool 26?
Well, that's a lot of I use friends and family a lot. That's what helps me get through things. I don't never want to, and however you deal with things is your deal.
Yeah.
But I definitely work through my things. I definitely don't. I learned a long time ago. And like I said, each person does things differently. I don't keep that shit in because it's going to eat me alive. It's going to tear me apart. So I definitely deal with it.
Right.
You know. So what's up? Oh, Pop the Trunk Toys, man.
What's up, Pop?
Toys, a good ass dude, man. Good ass dude. He lives over there with Marcos, same area.
We're in Central California, right here in the heart of
that's
politics. Central.
Where are y'all from? Like, I was just state wise. Where are y'all?
I'm in California, right in the middle of California.
What about everybody else?
Pat, where you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay. Yeah. North Cackalack.
Yeah,
I think you got California, Oklahoma, and North Carolina.
Oklahoma, God bless. All right, and Maryland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'll tell you what though, it's not bad out here. I don't think it's my last stop in life for sure. Been to a lot of different places. I think I'm gonna be heading on different places in a couple of years, but it's not bad here.
Nice.
I'm from the freaking I lived in Florida for 20 years, man.
Wow.
And I prefer it here. And people think I'm fucking crazy. Dude, right. Florida's fucking it used to be so nice, man. It's trash, but I digress.
Got tired being a Florida man, huh?
Yeah.
I like it down there, but it's too damn hot for me. I mean it's cold up here now, but I can't have it like when you got lizards just walking around the streets and shit. I'm out.
Hey, Earthman Brick said if this video gets 1,000 likes, he'll eat his own head.
I don't. Good.
All right,
night,
let's do it.
Good
I'm just gonna go like this 1,000 times, Earthman. I want to see you eat your head, bro.
I don't think it works like that, bro. So we have a couple more topics to talk about before we get out of here. Curbing first impressions. How do we curb our impressions to keep us from buying shit that we regret? Because it happens when you're an early collector and you don't know. You turn around and you're like, I have this whole pile of Cyberverse or Generations or whatever it may be. You look back and you're like, I wish I wouldn't have fucking bought this. So as you get older, you get wisdom. So what do you guys do to keep that from happening? Or are you able to keep it from happening?
I'll take it first if you don't mind. I have zero regrets over zero of anything I've purchased. As I look around, if I walk around, Zero regrets. There's nothing that I've purchased where I'm like, why did I buy that? And so there's no like piles of anything of, in my opinion, that like everything there's a reason for purchase. It's like getting a tattoo. There's a reason to get a tattoo. You know what I mean? And so that's how I feel like everything that I bought to me has a personal something behind it, whether somebody that I like or somebody that I know fucking mentioned it to me. Like Pac, when you mentioned something to me, I'm like, whoop, 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 eBay, you know, and I fucking get it because you liked it. So that kind of thing. Or me and Sardo got fucking Flame Toys Windblade coming, and I like that. I'm waiting for it to come, but Sardo also likes it, so that's why I enjoy that as well. Same with all the Lady Death shit. I would never gotten to Lady Death if it wasn't for fucking Sardo. So, and then shout out McDJ. What up?
I apologize to your wallet, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, but it's cool because honestly, I have. There's nothing that I can think of that I have a regret purchasing ever.
That's rare. Okay, you know what you want. You already made that. You get what I'm saying? Some people don't know that, and you make mistakes along the way. So, congratulations to you because that. Yeah, I'm serious though. That's a good thing, man.
I feel like all of us don't make regret fucking purchases.
I have definitely.
No shit.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your biggest regret, Sardo?
For me, God, it's kind of like I said when I first came back in. I was happy that Combined Wars got me back in. But then after seeing like, you know, MMC and Planet X stuff, it was like, God, why'd I keep buying the same molds repeatedly? Why'd I do that? But
respect.
But yeah, but to be fair, I mean I can't really call it regret, but at the same time, it's like I feel like I had to like look at what I had in my collection. None of it fit where I was going anymore. So a lot of it had to be sold, and luckily I found people who really wanted these. Cause I was into the whole Japanese stuff. I was buying the Unite Warriors stuff, all because it looked better, had more paint, and whatnot. So I was happy that I found people who really wanted that stuff, and I could send it somewhere where it'd be more appreciated. Because I was the point I was boxing stuff up. I wasn't even really enjoying it anymore, and I hate to spend that kind of money on stuff and not enjoy it. So I was happy I could move it on to someone else that I was gonna enjoy it.
I think for me, it's not so much about curbing the excitement of something, you know, from buying it. It's more about listening to my gut reaction when I see something and not buying it. And if I were to give like the most like flagrant example in my mind was Hot Toys Boba Fett from Empire. When it came out, I was like, I don't want this. You know, I like Boba Fett, I like Empire, but I just don't want this. I don't want a $250 Boba Fett. Like, it's not what I want. But talking around the table, you know what I mean? Listening to people are like, man, how are you even a fucking Star Wars fan if you don't have a Boba Fett? You know, I'm like, God, they're kind of right. And then, like, you know, like you start thinking, and then I end up buying it, and then now I have it, and I don't care about it. You know, and if I'd have just listened to my gut initially, you know what I mean? That's more so my thing. Is eventually sometimes I give in to shit where I know I don't want it or I don't need it, because I think
but with respect to that, like you can get it, have it in hand, decide that you don't like it, and then just either give it to somebody or you can resell it for the same exact price or even make $1 off of it. You know what I mean? Like you're not trying to make money off of it for resale, but if you, at least you have the opportunity to get something to get it, you know what I mean, and then look at it and then decide with your hands on, like a hands-on.
Yeah. That's a separate convo though. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
You know, because that is true. Everything you said is true, but it's like, you know, but it's still like it's just something else to take time out of my day. You know,
almost like okay, what do you do with something when you don't want it no more?
Right.
I got what you're saying, but yeah, Marcos, exactly. There's always. It's like I've worked on cars my whole life, and we have manuals that we use, and there's always a trouble tree. And it doesn't matter whether you're working on cars or not, but that's the way I operate. There's a trouble tree in life with every decision, every move. So yeah, that's just like the next step you kind of do if you do not want something or you do regret it or QC is bad or anything like that.
And now I might buy the Hot Toys Jango Fett just so the Boba Fett isn't alone on a shelf. I mean, it's like a slippery shelf.
You're buying his friend, father.
A slippery slope of a shelf that all starts from a place where my gut said you don't need this. You know,
hey, Larkin says he has a $30 Boba Fett. He's happy with it.
There you go.
Um,
There you go.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I
That's
got
fine.
I
It's
got,
whatever,
I
Larkin.
got a $22 Boba Fett I'm happy with. I got an $8 Boba Fett I'm happy with. I got, you know what I mean? Like,
I got it.
What's up, Matt? 1989 cars.
Yeah,
it's
what's up?
circumstances dictate the actions, you know. Like I can't have like a Hot Toys display and then put my Black Series Boba Fett in it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
This guy
that's
down
it.
here, Bobby, is a true professional because he's segueing me into what I want to talk about. But before we do,
Mhm.
I wanted to give Larkin's Lair. This
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
Larkin's Lair, he's been on the show a couple times. Even besides that, that is a great guy, man. He does top-notch videos. He is just all-around awesome guy, man. A lot of guys are, but I want to give him a big shout-out.
Shout out.
He's on a different time zone, so it's really nice to be able to do this show during the day because we always do them at night. And he's able to be here,
Nice.
so I do appreciate it, sir.
What's up, Larkin?
Oh yeah.
And,
Hug for you, bro.
Well,
I'm gonna make
just the common brethren.
I'll answer the questions before we move on to our next topic. But GZ Creasy One says, I walk around the store with the toy before I buy it. If that energy wears off while I'm shopping, I'll put it back.
That's smart.
So
That's smart.
he kind of does something similar to what I do if there's something on the retail shelf. If I see it, I got the motto of don't sleep on it, don't trip on it. I'll leave it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'll leave it and I'll go home. If that thing continuously wears on my mind, it's wear on my mind. And it may not be at the store that I found it. I find everything in the wild pretty much. Well, I'm an older collector, so it means more to me to find it in the wild than it does just to fucking type it in on the internet and buy it. No shade to that. There's a lot of stuff you need to do for that, but like everything behind me is like this is all vintage. I found it all last year just in the wild. So that means more to me.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. So if I can't quit thinking about it, then I know it's something I want. So something kind of similar to that. But Matt 1989 Cars, he's a great guy too. He does hella good customs. He's customized Transformers. He customized diecast. He's an awesome dude. He says he's been subbed to Bobby. Awesome displays. Oh, before we okay, there's going to be some spoilers. We're going to talk about the Book of Boba Fett. And I want everybody to file out if you don't want to be spoiled. So to give you time to do that, I want to talk about this for a second. It's not going to take long. Bobby Skullface. Bobby.
I haven't seen it yet. I won't be a dick. So I'm gonna plug my ears for a minute. I'll be back in like the next no, you're cool. Talk about it. I'll be back like the next 10 minutes.
Okay. So
all right, go for it.
Bobby does. Oh, I'm not getting there yet. Hold on a second. Bobby does amazing dioramas. These things are freaking awesome. I know a local guy named Devil Dioramas on Instagram who I'm friends with, and he does good stuff that's supplied Sardo stuff.
Yeah.
You have the fucking best background of any Transformer reviewer, period. That new set. Now, before you had like the couch material. I used to have a couch that was made out of that, like, I don't know whether it's felt or whatever it is, but you used to have that kind of fabric background.
Well, I've gone through like 4 or 5 different things, I think. You know, I had white poster board at first, or foam core board.
Yeah.
And then I had the gray felt, and then I had black felt, and then I had gray felt again, and then I had white foam core again, and then I have the kind of like thing I have now that I'm probably going to have to update this year too.
Cool.
But, dude, that new background is just, it's fucking fire, man. I really
Thanks, man. Like, I don't know. It's such a fucking pain in the ass, all that stuff. Like, for me anyway, like, I'm so caught up on it. Like, I don't know. I guess I get caught up on little details, but like, I don't want to look like anybody else. Do you know what I mean? I don't want my backgrounds to look like anybody else. I don't want, like, that is why I got rid of the white foam core, because people have white backgrounds, and I was like, you know what I mean? I just look like one guy with a Transformer that has white background against 30 other guys that have white backgrounds. Like, so that's really where all that stuff comes from. I do a lot of diorama work. I am fortunate and privileged that I live down the street from Crashbox Customs, which is one of the biggest, most successful diorama workshops in the country. if you're into Mythic Legions or any of that, you're probably familiar with them, and I can use them as a resource and as a tutorial and for advice. So I'm very fortunate to have a lot of talented people around me that I could, call upon or lean on for advice when I've needed it.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
it's nice. It's super awesome.
Hey, Sardo, he didn't mention Boba Fett once while you were out.
No, I told him it wasn't yet.
Obviously,
I'm giving people time to file out, and I really don't think, Sardo, I don't think we'll talk about it in a vein that'll ruin anything for you.
Oh, no. The thing is, I keep meaning to watch it. I mean, I want to watch it so bad that I'm borrowing Kato's Disney Plus subscription.
I don't think I'm going to run it for you.
Off.
I don't think we're going to run it. I think it's just going to help you. But I'm curious to see what Bobby may think. But I'm with him. I'm with him all the way. I don't want to fucking do anything like anybody else. I've been that way since I've been a kid. I don't want to be associated. I want my own spin on everything. All right. Like Marcos, when he does his review, he's the only guy cracking the can at the beginning, blowing the smoke on the figures, all fucking unique. Why do you think I gravitated to that? Unique, awesome personality, didn't care about any narratives, was just himself. That's what's real to me. So I definitely resonate with what he's saying. So I'm ready to talk about the Book of Boba Fett because I talked to Bobby and he said he was good with it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm with whatever, man.
I know you're
Sunday
a Star Wars.
morning.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I didn't get to watch any of them as a kid. The first time I got to see any of them was The Phantom Menace in the late 90s. No, I take that back. I watched them with my wife because me and my wife have been together since 1993.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's the hardest thing you'll ever do, but biggest fucking reward you ever have.
I've been with mine since 96, so I'm not far behind you.
No,
I don't know.
Man, people are missing out.
Boba.
Yeah, you got the whole agenda with, just going from one to the next. But man, it's what I enjoy. It's what I love. But we started watching, I watched Star Wars with her in the 90s, so I didn't get to see anyone as a kid. I was kind of isolated from shit. But I love Star Wars and I love The Mandalorian. So when they led into Boba Fett was an obscure character, but loved by everybody. I mean, he had very minimal screen time in Empire Strikes Back. So I think the series it's fucking great so far.
I haven't seen a one.
It just, even if somebody has a different opinion, that's fine.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I hate Boba Fett. I hate The Mandalorian. I hate all of it. I'm sorry. Like, I let me say this. I love that people love it. I hate it. I hate The Mandalorian. I hate Boba Fett. I hate The Bad Batch. I haven't watched The Bad Batch. I hate The Rise of Skywalker. Pretty much everything since The Rise of Skywalker I've hated, except for Clone Wars season finale. That I loved. Yeah, it's just not for me, man. It's just like it's hard because like I was just talking to somebody today, Kale, my guy Kale, shout out to Kale, but I am at a point in my, like, I love Star Wars. I grew up on Star Wars. I can't remember a time in my life not loving Star Wars. My kids are named after Star Wars characters. My youngest daughter is named Leia. All of their middle names, at least, are named after Star Wars or DC characters, right? Or both. And I'm trying to figure out what I like more. Do I like living in a pop culture environment where I hate Star Wars, but everyone else around me loves it? Or do I prefer living in a space where I love Star Wars, but everybody else around me hates it? And that I lived through during the episode 8 era, because I loved episode 8 and a lot of people my age bracket hated it. And I'm trying to consider which era I enjoy living through the most.
So you liked, what's his name? Johnson.
Rian Johnson.
You like the Rian Johnson
100%.
Okay. I have no problem with talking about people who have different perspectives because there's nothing you can't learn more than hearing somebody's perspective. So I like the last movie. I like Boba Fett. I like Mandalorian, whereas Bobby does not.
Mhm.
So it's curious to me to hear him continue to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "What's up, Bobby? What you got on my fucking Boba Fett, man?"
Yeah. But see, that's the thing is that like I don't like that. Like that's the crossroad I find myself at. Right? Is that like I don't like shitting on things that people love because I like people loving things. You know, like so like I'll say just speak for me. My issues with Boba Fett and the Mandalorian is my Rise of Skywalker issues totally different. But those two entities, my issue is that it all seems very soulless. It all seems very surfacey. It seems like a live action play that you would watch at Disneyland as long as you like stood in line at 1 p.m. to catch it and then walk away from it afterwards. Then it seems like an actual dramatic saga, Star Wars, soulful like nugget to chew on.
So do you think that they use the whole advertisement thing? So they just want to make money off of something. So they're going to produce this shitty fucking narrative and have this life of Boba Fett that just doesn't fit. And then because they're trying to make money, right?
No, not even that. I think that
Okay.
they're trying to. I think that they're trying to appeal. All right, God, like it comes across so fucked up, man. But like,
Sorry, Pac. Close your ears, bro.
the person, all right. So like the person that loves, I'm trying to think of like cerebral movies. Memento. Are you guys familiar with Memento?
No.
Yeah, I am.
All right. So a person that Memento is like a thinker, right? A person that loves Memento. I look at how they judge media in general different than the person that loves Expendables 2. Does that make sense? Like, I look at the person that enjoys Ruth's Chris Filet different than the person that enjoys flank steak from Food Lion.
Okay.
So,
I get it. Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? So, like, to me, the shit that the Boba Fett is appealing to, and this is no disrespect to any of the fans, but it's like it's appealing to the same person that's enjoying Fast and the Furious Part 10 where they're taking cars into outer space.
No, that
makes so much sense.
All that.
But I get what Bobby's saying.
That.
What's up, T-Fan?
All due respect to Bobby's perception, it's more along the lines of but basic. It's just run the mill.
Style over substance.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
And
I can see that.
Style over substance. Okay, so you didn't like any of the portrayal of the Tuscan.
I didn't see anything other than member berries with the Tuscans.
He says member berries. Okay, so you're. So I was very confused. I was very confused, Bobby. We saw. Fuck, which was it? Was it Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
When he slaughtered all those Tuscan Raiders.
Not just the men, but the women,
the child, and
the children too.
Yes.
They're animals, and he slaughtered them like animals.
So that's the last thing you kind of think about with the Tuscan Raiders. They're evil people. Well, then
so I never thought of them that way. I just thought of them as like. I just see like that's the thing. It's about perception. So from Anakin's perception, when they've captured his mother, and done whatever they do to her while she was strung up on that board, which I still have questions about. Get George Lucas on the phone and paging Dr. Freud at the same fucking time. But whatever they were doing to her, I have questions about that. But I think that they're just more primitive than what Anakin was used to. And I think that Anakin blinded by his anger and rage, but I never viewed them as just monsters.
So what did you think they were going to do with what is his mom's name? Hold on. Annie. What was Annie's mom's name?
I can't remember.
Yeah, Shimmy or whatever it was.
Shmi.
Okay, so what do you think they were doing with her?
I don't know what they were doing with her. All I can say from the film is that they had her tied up to a board. I don't know what they were doing to her.
Right.
That's left to the audience. That's left to the audience. Really.
To me, when I watched, the only thing that was funny to me on Boba Fett was how they tried to spin the narrative on. But then they also said that that one tribe was supposed to be different. They survived differently than the other tribes did. So I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, how? You know, like that's the thing. I want Jon Favreau to gather his belongings and pack all of his bags and get as far the fuck away from Star Wars as generally possible.
Hey, I wish I was editing right now. I would get a double on that.
And I mean that respectfully because I don't hate him and I've loved him in other stuff.
Friends.
Actually, I've never seen Friends, but yeah, but
You
like,
never seen what? You never seen Friends?
I'm a living single guy, so I don't know.
Friends?
yeah, I've never seen it.
John
I'm
Favreau's in
funny.
Friends.
Them shits is funny. I don't care who
I'm
you are.
familiar. I'm familiar with it. I didn't watch a whole after the cartoon era. I didn't watch a whole lot of TV, but mainly because I was watching music most of the time. Like I was watching music videos when I got MTV. This is a side story, but yeah, I just find it to be just like action movie shit. And the thing is, for me to care about the action, I need to care about the characters and the story, and I'm not getting enough of that to care about the action. And to me, turning Boba Fett into this
Badass?
no, that's not what they're turning him into. He was a badass. He was a badass already. They're turning him into this
it seems
guy
like they're
with
trying to take
got
him
a
to a
heart
another
of gold underneath, and
yeah, the anti-hero who's
I
really
want
good deep
Boba
down inside.
Fett to be fucking John Gotti. He's a
that's where you have
gangster.
a problem with it. Got you.
No, that's where I have a problem with it. I want him to be a gangster. I want him to be look, it's about the money. It's about business. All the stuff that he says, I want the actions to match. So to turn him into this, I want what Django had set him up to be. I'm a simple man making my way in the universe. To me, that's gangster talk. So I don't know, man. It's just it just seems like such a fucking basic paint by numbers approach to capitalize on the lowest common denominator.
At least it doesn't have the CW agenda.
I don't know, but it doesn't have that teen drama as to it, which is nice. I will say
they could have picked an Ewok and been just as good by picking Boba Fett, right? Why not make a fucking story about an Ewok and shit?
Well, no, because you need that action. They're just they're. I think on one level, I like Goodfellas more than I like Fast and the Furious 10.
Can we? Is this no? I don't watch any of the Star Wars anything. I love Star Wars back when we were kids. The first 3 movies that we came out with, I love them. It's great. The AT-AT, the ATST, fucking perfect. But can we agree that Boba Fett only lives his life up until the point he gets kicked off the barge and goes into the fucking pit of fucking doom, right?
Well, no, because it's different, right? Because you only had those 3, and that's where you kind of start and stop. And for me, I've loved Star Wars, she's like my girl. She's been with me the whole time, So for me, Boba Fett got out of the Sarlacc pit, about 10 years after Return of the Jedi when the comics started doing it. So I'm used to that conception.
Okay.
I'm just, man, I don't know, dude.
Bobby now thinks that I don't mind that he has a different opinion. I don't mind having conversations with people who don't believe or don't have my personal preferences.
Right.
That's why I like your channel, because you always say, if you like it,
you win. Yeah.
Hey, I just got a side text.
No, Pat, because you are the average person. I think it's that mob mentality that hates shit when it's different.
Yeah.
You have I think you're a person.
What's the side text?
I got a side text. It says it's from you, Pack. It says unsubscribe to Bobby Skullface right now.
I get it, man.
Bobby's get the fuck out then, bro.
And I gotta think like I said, I'm not sure what era I like more, because I that era when everybody my age hated Star Wars was fucking miserable for me, and I'm not miserable right now. I just don't enjoy Star Wars right now.
Okay. I'm looking forward. I have to do this before we get out of here because we got to get out of here pretty soon. Obi-Wan Kenobi is my favorite Jedi. Okay. I said, I have my own personal preferences. If you don't like, or you have a different one, that's fine. So I've always wanted, for a long time, I've wanted them to do Star Wars TV, something you can watch every week, blah, blah, blah. So that's nice for me. But Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm praying that they do that series that they're talking about, and it better have Ewan McGregor. So
I mean, they're definitely doing it, and Ewan McGregor's definitely doing it. Like that, all that's definite. That's already.
Now, are you interested in that, or you just kind of feel already that you think, no,
So
it's just the same shit?
I was interested before I started watching these shows, and now I'm less interested. Like,
can you be persuaded if they were to?
Sure. I'm open-minded. I'm still watching Boba Fett. I'm gonna watch what Tuesday is the next one. I'm gonna watch that. You know, definitely I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. Is there anything you like? Like, I'll pick different things out there. Do you remember when there was that robot in the head of the train that was doing all the functions and shit? I thought that was a very beautifully done scene.
Yeah.
Like, I pick out little things like that. I don't know if you care about shit like that, but
so I'll tell you. So I can give you one. I can give you one. The Hammerhead, that's the mayor. He talks like the Hammerhead in the bar, but it has the translator thing over top of his vote. I think that's cool.
So you can take, even though you don't like, there's still certain segments that you kind of like, I like, but overall you have a.
Well, very rarely is anything all good or all bad, you know?
Right. The thing I like the most still has things that I don't like in it.
Right, exactly.
And the things I don't like, there can be usually something in there.
Exactly. Exactly.
I would like to have a whole origins line or a whole origins story of the Emperor, because I think the Emperor ultimately, if he just held on to Darth Vader for a second, but Darth Vader got sucked into, I have a son and a daughter, I get it, but the Emperor really fucking had the universe in his fucking hands, dude. All he had to do was just keep fucking pushing, and he fucking blew up the fucking planet and had the Death Star going because of Darth Vader was his fucking second-hand man and shit, was able to do all his bidding. Emperor just got to a certain age where he couldn't fucking do. I would like to see the Emperor when he was younger. Like we saw Yoda. Yoda's fucking fine.
Hey, you're talking about when he was learning from
young
Vegas.
I want to see, how did the Emperor become the Emperor? Because to be the Emperor is the most important part of Star Wars. That's why Did you see the
prequels? Did you see the prequels?
I watched the first one, but the first prequel, it was all politics and shit.
The prequels is that story.
So no, I didn't. So I didn't watch any of the 1, 2, 3. I just watched 4, 5, 6.
You really got to watch 2 and especially 3. 3 is that exact story you're looking for.
Okay. Well,
now, in what defense of what Marcos is saying, there's a whole even story about Scythidius and all that shit before they even fucking did number 1. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's like an even earlier story with Palpatine.
Yeah, but that's not really. I mean, but I don't want to get lost in the woods on that. But that's not really Palpatine. Like, I would be interested in the Plagueis story with Palpatine if you wanted to go back that far. I'd be interested in that. But I'll tell you what, I don't really give a shit about any of the original trilogy stuff anymore after Episode 9. Like, the only Star Wars I really want from here on out is either way in the future or way in the past. Like, I want to get the fuck away from the original trilogy desperately, because every time they fuck around with it, except for Rogue One, it's making me like it less.
Maybe.
I like Solo. Solo was good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's like
it was great. I watched Solo, man.
Dude, I'll tell you what I hate about Solo. So Han Solo is my favorite character of all time. Period. When I was a kid, I wanted to be that motherfucker. There's times in my real life where I think I still want to be him, just in actions and stuff that I take. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm still that kid that wants to be Solo.
He's your Batman.
Yeah, so Batman's number 2 for me. So so here's the thing. When Han walks up to the thing and he's like, I'm Han, and they're like, Han, what's your last name? I don't have a last name. They're like, Solo. I was like, burn this movie to the fucking ground. Like you just happen to nail the coolest fucking name in history. Like Han, like why not? Han has no family.
Yeah,
Han has no family.
You know what I mean? Like Han fucking Solo, like the coolest fucking name in the history of names. Like, and you fucking just stumble upon it like a fucking doof.
Right.
You know what?
Now we getting a rant.
Yeah.
Thanks, Disney. Thanks a lot, Disney.
But see, I'm not that guy either, because I like Episode 8 is my second favorite Star Wars film. Rogue One is one of my favorite Star Wars films. The last season of Clone Wars is one of the most beautiful animated things I've ever seen in my life. I just think episode 7's okay. I think episode 9 is dog shit. I think Solo is okay. I think Mandalorian is bad, and I think
Boba Fett is dog shit.
And I think Boba Fett is bad. I don't think it's dog shit. I think it's bad. I think it's a net bad. Like if you put things on a scale and you put all the good things here and you put all the bad things there, the bad outweigh the good. And I think that Bad Batch is dog shit. Dog shit. Capital D.
Now, see, I got no problem with nobody's hating on each other here. You know,
No.
I mean, you know what I mean? Everybody's able
personal.
to make
It's not
everybody's
personal.
Pat keeps bringing that up. He's got beef with Bobby now.
No, I just think, no.
Like, it's
It's
not
very
personal.
important to me that people understand you can still be friends during this shit.
Dude, if you like Adidas and I like Nikes, I don't care. Like it doesn't.
If you like Adidas, we can't be friends. I'm sorry, sir.
Man, like have you tried Ultra Boost?
Oh, you like my
That
wife
shit will-
loves Ultra
That shit
Boost.
will change your life. But anyway, but I celebrate both in the same way that I can like Marvel and DC. But DC's better. But I think that like if for me, it's like I often get into this with nerd rage because like oftentimes on like media and shit we don't see things the same way, and like I'm never, and it's the same thing with toys. I'm never attacking the person. I'm only attacking the media. You know, I'm only attacking the product. Like to me, it's totally separate. I'm able to isolate it that way. I think also like Mel Gibson, right? Forgive my mind. This is how my brain works. Mel Gibson gets pulled over by the cops and says a string of the most disgusting shit you've ever heard in your life, right?
Right.
Awful. And yet, Lethal Weapon's still pretty good. Do you know what I mean?
Start.
You know what I'm saying? Like Apocalyptica is still pretty good. Like Kanye West says that he is Walt Disney reincarnated. It's insane. That's things insane people say. You know what I mean?
Right.
I read that book. 10 Things Insane People Say. They're Steve Jobs. They're Walt Disney. They're etc. It doesn't mean that Donda's not great. You know, I'm able to separate the person from the media across the board.
Oh, okay. So I'll name a name right now. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I stopped watching his fucking movies and I love that motherfucker. But he said some shit that just didn't make sense recently in this whole shit and pack. It's not politics, just this one thing. And every time I want to watch fucking a good Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Sixth Day, the fucking Predator, fucking Commando, I keep scrolling past it. Fuck you, Arnold. Why'd you have to say anything?
See,
I can't separate media, man.
Maybe it's my gift that the only person I have a hard time doing it with is Tom Cruise. And I'm like, fuck this dude.
Why did he do? Why do they have to open their mouth? Keep your mouth shut.
Because
If I was naming
Why'd you
these,
speak?
because Tom Cruise is part of an organization that is hurting people. That's like legit causing harm to people. And that's where I have a hard time watching you find your way out of an impossible mission. I don't give a shit. Like, why don't your mission be to help these people that are fucking on the 7th or 13th floor of that building that are fucking working camps?
But that movie Cocktails, though. That was a great movie.
I mean, Top Gun. I mean, I get it. Interview with the Vampire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. But he's the one. He's the one I have a hard time with.
Yeah, I only have that one. Everybody, even the Rock. I love the Rock so much. Even though he says certain things, I'm like, fuck it. I still like the Rock. I can deal with whatever he says because he's a badass. He's funny.
Here's what's interesting to me about the Rock. Like the Rock and Keanu Reeves are like two examples. I like both of them whenever I see them. Like I find their general presence to be charming and endearing, and I don't know. They say positive things and it makes me feel good as a person. But then I see them and I'm like, you guys don't have talent. and that's like, you guys are not your craft.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing on the opposite side where like I actually genuinely like the people, I just don't much like their work.
Yeah.
And I say that as a Bram Stoker's Dracula fan. I like Bram Stoker's Dracula, but if Keanu Reeves like the monsters turned young, I'm like, get out of here.
Oh yeah, that terrible. The accent was so terrible that Norman Ryder didn't even bother to try.
Awful. He's awful.
But
He's so awful, and he's such a great dude. He's such a great dude, and he's so awful at acting.
And another writer didn't bother try. In fact, you know what? His accent's so fucked up. I'm not even gonna bother try. I'll let Gary Oldman have it.
Oh, Gary Oldman! Now that dude is a legend.
Oh, he's awesome.
That's a legend.
I mean,
well, with that being said,
play a vampire.
Go ahead, Sardo.
I had to point it out with Gary Oldman. The thing about Gary Oldman's so cool is he can play Dracula. Then me do God, was it Drexel from
Drexel from True Romance? I have that shit tattooed on my arm, bro. Like hey, I'm gonna take my mask off. You're gonna realize it's been Gary Oldman the whole time.
Oh shit! but that's how awesome he is to play that.
Yeah,
I characterize fucking
that dude's amazing. Him,
right.
There's a few of them like that, man. Don Cheadle's another one. Mr. Gordon. Dude, like the Anthony Hopkins. Like there's a few of them that are just so fucking good at their craft. Tom Hanks.
Can be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, people have time restraints, and we could talk. I could talk for fucking 2 more hours, but people got things to do, and we're gonna have to get on out of here. And before we say goodbye, I have one thing I'm gonna say. When the hell are we getting another? They love me not.
Oh, so what happens is I get the whenever I get them, I screenshot them and I heart them so they go in a little heart folder. And then when I have enough in the heart folder for the dummies, then we have a look. So I'm sure there'll be one this year.
It's they're so funny. We actually laugh about comments. We'll share them with each other when people we think it's funny. So I watch that and I think it's funny. Like my favorite all time, and it's stupid, but that one dude that says, "Stop saying feet in that voice, you idiot."
Yeah, you idiot, you fool. Hold on.
He says idiot.
I think he has a I think he had a new one recently. I'll give you a spoiler.
Stop saying feet in that voice.
I'm reading it. I'm reading it through the mask, so forgive me. Enough talking about details and parts, you idiot. We get it when we see the figure. Details throughout the body, idiot. That's it. That's my.
Oh, I don't get people sometimes. It just like makes their day to fucking do a comment. You know,
that's my guy. Fucking crazy. That's my friend.
That's my friend.
Hell yeah. Be humble. That's my friend.
Yeah. It's a public service.
But no, I mean, that shit, we've learned to laugh about it. I mean, when you see it done to other people, you still kind of like, hey man, fucking chill out. But we laugh about it within ourselves.
Yeah.
What's up, Jay Holla? Hey, Jay Holla, look, Pat got Bobby Skullface on this shit, man. Jay Holla's a good dude in the community, man.
Good he is, man.
Jay Hella good dude, am I right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Y'all, if y'all got anything to say to him, it's fine, but I'm going to do my closing words. I do appreciate Bobby hanging with us. It's super awesome. Bro, you are a staple in the community of what to do and what not to do, even though people may not agree. A lot of us do. Fuck all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So thank you very much.
All good, man. Thanks for having me.
And I also, as always, want to thank Marcos for being here and Sardo.
You're welcome, Pac. It's 11:55 for me over here.
And Pac was vanished. As he tends to do.
Did we just lose somebody?
We just lost Pat. It was weird, right? Like it just seemed like we still had everybody.
There he is. I know he has to come back to close down. So like, there he is.
Hey, don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. But that's it, man.
Can I give a shout out to chat? Jeezy Creasy, Jay Holla, Ninja Bill, Danny Dolphin, T Fan Page, fucking Earthman Brick, and coming way up here. Larkin's Thanks for coming, you guys. You guys are fucking cool for fucking chatting. Larkin's Lair, excellent.
Danny Dolphin's cool. She was on the Teletrans show, right? Like I've seen on Instagram looking figures and shit. I get it. I dig it.
Yeah. And shout out to Input. Didn't see him here today, but always want to give him some action.
I like both.
Input.
And we're out of here.